Alt season is around the corner. What we've been waiting for years is finally here. It's time to finally make some fucking money.
It's go time.
What's up, guys? Amar here. Yes, I know it's been a while since I made a video. To be exact, it's been 5 months, but guess what? I'm back.
I'm back, bitches!
Well, not officially back, but I will start to make more videos time to time because it's really been a while. It's been 5 months now, but everything that I'm about to say right now, I have said before in my other videos already. What I said back then is now just happening, and we are not even fully there yet, so I am months ahead of everybody. Everybody who's now talking about alt season and stuff like that, I was already screaming it a year ago. I was already screaming the stuff that people are saying now, I was already screaming a year ago. Way ahead of the game. Now, let's just get into it. Maybe some of you want to know what happened, why I've been so absent in the past few months, so I'm gonna keep it short. I moved to Thailand. In those 5 months, I started multiple businesses. I'm about to start another few businesses probably as well. So it's been very busy. My time has been very consumed by other things, so I didn't really prioritize making any videos or content whatsoever. And also the market did not really change. The only thing that happened is that Ethereum is now heading towards its all-time high and Bitcoin broke its all-time high. The last thing that I said in my other video, in my videos right here, was to accumulate. Whether it would go to 68k, 66k, 70k, 73k, it doesn't matter. You should accumulate this bearish dip. If you did that 5 months ago, you are in tremendous profits right now. Now, Bitcoin is not really of importance anymore. We have to focus on industries and Ethereum. So what is happening right now is the rotation is happening as Ethereum is likely soon about to break its all-time high. The rotation from Bitcoin to Ethereum and big caps is happening. Once that is done, we will rotate to mid caps. Once that is done, we will rotate to small caps, which are our shit coins and everything we put our life savings in the hope of 1000x, which will never fucking happen. But that is then next, and then eventually NFTs will happen and we will start a full new bear market, which will be horrendous. That's basically how crypto is going right now. We're about to rotate to Ethereum and big caps, and then we will see the rest just follow. Other industries to pay attention to, guys, is AI, RWA, and of course gaming. Gaming, I expect this to go somewhere with the release or aligned with the release of GTA 6. If I remember, that will happen in Q2 of 2026. So prior to that, I think in Q1 of 2026, gaming coins will bump massively or will get another pump while the rest is just stagnating or dumping. RWA is basically real world assets on chain. Let's say you want to buy a house. Instead of signing all the paperwork or whatever, you can basically buy the NFT and that will settle for the paperwork. And of course AI as well, guys. AI is probably the biggest thing right now. And if we look at things together, AI and blockchain are contradicts from each other. Now, what we can see on Instagram, for example, when we scroll on our Instagram, we see a lot of AI videos. And right now, we can still see which ones are fake and which ones are not. For now. However, blockchain changes that. Blockchain makes sure that we know which content is real content and which one is AI. Blockchain verifies those things. So as we are developing more into an AI generation and learning more about AI, more things becoming fake, blockchain is here to basically rescue that and make sure we still know what is authentic and what is not. If it's not registered on the blockchain, it is not authentic. It is as simple as that. That's a bit of the future, what we are heading to, so make sure to remind that. Now let's get a little bit into the fundamentals before we get into the charts. Fundamentals are a little bit the same. I'm not going to repeat the past 5 months. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. What happened yesterday was already all fucking news, so let's focus on today. Ethereum just had its biggest ETF inflow day in history. Over $1 billion poured into spot Ethereum ETFs yesterday, with BlackRock's ETHA capturing a massive $639 million. This is the strongest institutional signal since launch. More inflows equals more demand equals tighter supply. This is simple fucking math. You don't
Oh, I'm an asshole for doing math.
have to be a fucking genius like Einstein to know that more demand equals a tighter supply. As more money flows in, it is just happening. So for the people who are still not believing, let me open the chart of Ethereum real quick. And if we look at Ethereum right now, sorry guys, 5 months ago we were here. We told you all to buy the fucking bottom. Everybody was screaming, everybody with a little bit of a brain was screaming to you to buy Ethereum. If you did so, guess what? You are up a tremendous amount of money. If you bought here at the bottom, or let's say even here at $1,800, you're at least up 160%, which is just insane. Now, the real fun is about to start when Ethereum breaks above its all-time high, and we have to focus on the former cycle. And if we look at the former cycle, we saw that Ethereum broke its all-time high around the 11th of January when we started to hit its all-time high. If we look at BNB, for example, which is an OG coin, the real OG coin, a simple one to follow up with because it went to everything. If we look at BNB, you can see that as Ethereum was breaking its all-time high, BNB was following. BNB was following, and a week or two later, BNB just started to explode and went from $40 all the way to $690, which is like 1,400% increase. If we look at it real quick, 1,500% increase, which is just fucking insane. And the same thing is about to happen once again. This is like a copy and paste of what happened in the past, and I already talked about this months ago, that every cycle is a copy and paste from each other, just a little bit different, but they are all the fucking same, and we can clearly see that right now. We can see that Ethereum is about to break its all-time high, and we have tokens like Litecoin, for example, which I am very bullish on, that look very ready to explode, just like they did in the past. If you look at the former cycle, Litecoin had a very long-term accumulation here. Eventually it exploded as Ethereum broke out as well here on the 11th of January, and we started to just explode to the upside, and the same is about to happen very shortly. Your time is running out to buy, brother. I'm gonna be very fucking honest with you. If you want to buy crypto, if you want to enjoy the bull run and have low entry prices, you better buy now. Because once Ethereum breaks its all-time high, others will follow quite fast, and then you will start to FOMO in. You will lose most of the returns already because other tokens will be up x2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're gonna start to FOMO in. You're gonna maybe make another x3, 4 on it, and then what? Lose money again? Be smart about your decisions in crypto right now. They can be life-changing, or they can fuck up your life for another 4 or 5 years to come. So be very smart. Everything looks very good right now. Now, what do we exactly need to have an alt season? We need Ethereum to break all-time high, of course. We need Bitcoin dominance to be bearish, which we'll talk about in a second. 58%. We need others dominance to be bullish. 7.90%. Again, I'll talk about that in a second. And we need USDT dominance to be bearish. And of course, Ethereum BTC to be bullish. All these 5 things combined lead to a perfect recipe for alt season, and this is what exactly is happening right now. Even when you want to take profits, guys, you don't need to look at the charts at what the price is. I mean, you have to, but more indicating charts and more confirming charts are these ones right here. Write them down, take a screenshot, put it above your bed, sleep with it, do something with it. But remind this, because this will be your help once the top is in. And if you ignore these signals right here, as you are probably doing right now, you will lose a lot of fucking money.
And you will regret it.
Let's talk about Bitcoin dominance, because eventually that is where it all starts. And for Bitcoin dominance, as I said before, we need a break below 58 to 57%. Once we break below that level, in my opinion, it is go time for altcoins, and we will see our alt season, just like what happened here, happening, and we will fall down quite rapidly. People who miss out on taking profits here at the historical lows will be in massive regret. Believe it or not, you will only have 1 or 2 chances to take profit, and then the market will reverse against you, go down, you will still keep on buying, and you will enter a new bear market. Historical lows mean taking profits, guys. Now, in other videos I said that this movement and this movement looks very alike, and in my opinion it still does. Did it play out very similar? Yes and no. If we compare this movement right here with this and this movement with this, it looks quite similar to me, and in my opinion we are about to initiate the biggest alt season yet. Pushed by institutional money, pushed by the president, pushed by countries. So many things are happening and it all looks extremely bullish. Another thing you have to know, also I said this a million times before, it's time for you to write it down. Bullish news sets in a lot later than bearish news. Bearish news will almost have an immediate impact, while bullish news might take weeks or months or years to kick in. Why? Because when they are buying, and when they are referred to institutions, presidents, whatnot, when they are buying, they have patience. They are not broke as we are. They have billions and billions and billions. We have, what, a few hundred thousands, a few thousands, maybe a million or two, three. Nothing significant unlike them. They have more time than us, so they have time to manipulate the price while we are biting on our fingernails and waiting for an alt season. But eventually they need to push the price as well, and price is way overdue of a bull run. So we are basically still on the right schedule. If we quickly look back at Bitcoin, where's my chart? We are still at the schedule to top out around the winter of 2025, which is great. But in terms of Ethereum, altcoins, we are massively overdue. So I think as we are massively overdue, the pumps that will come will be extremely hard, and people who will fail to take profits will really fucking regret that. Do not be greedy, take your profits on time. Another one we have to talk about is other dominance, and unlike Bitcoin dominance, other dominance is not moving just yet. And once this one moves, altcoins will really start to explode, but we are waiting. We are waiting for this to explode, and this will explode once Bitcoin dominance breaks below 57 to 58%. Once that happens, we will break above, we can, actually say 8.40%. Once we break above 8.40% and hold support here, the sky's the limit. Altcoins will explode, Bitcoin dominance will go extremely bearish, others dominance will go extremely bullish, and an alt season is happening. Now, for the people who do want to top out on Bitcoin, I want to know roughly when the top of Bitcoin would come in. One chart that I would highly advise you to look at is USDT dominance. Taking a little time to load. There we go. Let me try that again. There we go, USDT dominance. And I talked about this as well before. I already said everything. I'm way ahead of every fucking body. I'm a genius. Now, to understand when Bitcoin will top out, you have to understand when USDT dominance is topping out. And every time that Bitcoin is massively pumping and USDT dominance is dumping, we can see that on an average, USDT dominance goes down around 55 to 60%. So calculating everything, and this included, which is also, again, almost on an average, the same like here, from this top to this bottom is roughly an average of all these numbers together. So around 3%, once USDT dominance hits 3%, I expect that Bitcoin might hit its top, and we will start to see a bear market incoming once this is slowly starting to recover back to the upside. Once this goes up, Bitcoin will go down. Once Bitcoin goes down in tremendous volume, altcoins will follow, and again, a bear market is already happening. Things will go so much fucking faster than you anticipate. So be prepared for it. You only need these things. Everything just looks amazing, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Alt season is around the corner. Everything looks great. Now the biggest question is, would I still buy crypto right now? Yes, you should, Jimmy boy. You really fucking should. Because the prices right now that we have on certain tokens, like let's say Litecoin for example, Litecoin still looks very, very juicy. The bottom at this cycle was around $51. Now it's at $130. That's an X2.5. That's quite alright. Still has done nothing yet. I do personally believe that Litecoin might hit between $700 and $1,000, if not more, if the alt season is really that parabolic. Other tokens perhaps like, let me see, Cardano. Cardano as well still looks very good to buy in. Dogecoin does still look quite alright to buy in, but it will not remain like this. Very, very, very soon, this will explode, and that very, very, very soon is very, very, very soon coming. So be prepared, because once it's too late, you will be like every other cycle. You will jump in, you will lose money, you will not know what you're doing because you fucked up already. And before you know, you lost all your money again, or you will take out your profits way too late because you're too greedy, because you think you know better, and everything will turn against you. Remind all these things that I said in here, guys, because it's quite simple. You don't have to be a real genius. I'm not a genius, far from. I'm quite dumb myself. But I do understand logical fucking sense. If you understand logical fucking sense, you can get quite far in crypto. But understand logical sense, understand what is happening with market behavior, understand the fear and greed, understand the indicating charts like Bitcoin dominance, other dominance, USDT dominance, Ethereum new all-time highs. And once you combine all those things together, you will be perfectly fine to cash out on time in preparation of a bear market. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope it helped. Nothing really much changed overall. You're still at a good timing to buy in certain projects, but if you don't do it right now, you will fuck up so hard and you will really regret it, because this will be probably the last big chance for a major bull market before this all gets matured. Before this whole industry gets matured. Wow, that came out difficult. Once this industry became fully matured like Amazon did back in the days after 20 years, Amazon went up quite stable over the next, the past 2 decades. Amazon went up tremendously. But in its beginning years, it was more volatile. But as it started to mature, it became less and less volatile. It still only saw upside momentum, but it became less volatile. And the same will happen with crypto. The only direction will be up in the long term, but it will become less volatile. We will not see those X20, 30, 40, 50s anymore. It will become a very different game. So remind that well, this is your last fucking chance. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.